Hey, this is Victor Antonio, and welcome to another Monday morning sales workout for sales managers. All right. You ever hear that objection? I'm happy with my current supplier. I'm happy with my current vendor. I'm just happy, right? What do we say? As salespeople, what do we say? So managers, I want you to work with your team on what to say and how to position when they hear this statement. But let's walk through a couple of things. A lot of companies already have a vendor or supplier they're buying from, and they're comfortable. Now, reading the worksheet, I've noticed several things. One is the perceived effort. Many customers don't want to change because they think it's a hassle. So the perceived effort is high to change. Second, they're risk averse. They see changing vendors or suppliers as too risky. Third, you know what? It's working. Why change it? They're complacent. They don't want to change anything. So how do you get your foot in the door, right? How do you get your foot in the door when somebody says this? I want you to use this option script. Have your salespeople work with this script. When a customer says, Mr. Client, when they say, I'm happy with my current vendor, I'm happy with my current supplier, here's what I want your salespeople to say. Mr. Client, in business, isn't it good to have options? Now, what do you think most people are going to respond with? Of course it is. Then you're going to say, as a salesperson, you're going to say, well, that's all we are. All we want to do is offer us as an option, position ourselves as an option. It's a very smooth way of getting past that objection, almost like leaning in again into that objection. So when someone says, I'm happy with my current supplier, acknowledge that. I'm glad you're happy with your current supplier, but then ask the question, but Mr. Customer, wouldn't you agree that in business, it's always good to have options or second sources? They're going to say, yes, it is. Well, that's all I want to do today is to tell you what we have to offer and just position ourselves as an alternative down the road in case you may need our services. Can I go on? And then now you can go into your presentation. So you've reduced that resistance. So managers, how would you use this foot in the door tactic? In other words, how would you use this? I'm happy with my current supplier. And then you're going to ask that question. I'm glad you're happy. But let me ask you, in business, isn't it always good to have options? How would you use it? How would you modify it for your sales situation? And last but not least, again, if you're modifying the script, remind salespeople to not be afraid of actually making this statement. Some people, when they hear this statement, goes, that's a little harsh, that's a little too confrontational. No, it isn't. Businesses want options. Businesses need options, and you are there to provide that option. Do not be afraid to sell yourself as an option, as a way of getting your foot in the door. This is Victor Antonio, always reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.